All right, all right, all right. We're back, baby.
Hello
We're
again.
gonna do a little part two action. We had a great first little part one.
Yeah, blow off some steam and
I know we finally got it out of our system.
And this is
But
perfect
that
because you're
was-
gonna be starting the conversation. I'm gonna kick back.
That was necessary. That was necessary. That Truth Social post from Trump, and before we get into the Melania press conference, which is going to be the topic for this particular little episode, have you seen the reactions on his own platform, Truth Social, to what Trump posted?
I actually deleted my True Social
Okay.
because I said, fuck this. Like, I was so
Candace
doused.
showed a bunch of them. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, people, I don't think he really understands that people are just rejecting everything that he's doing.
Well, put it to you this way.
Hardcore. It's like only 30% of the people that like were okay with him being president are still saying, like, no matter what he's done. I had somebody actually tell me, oh my God, he's doing an amazing job, and we just had the most wait for it.
Oh, no.
Okay, we'll go on a 2-minute tangent for a second because it's so good. He had the most historic military victory since World War II. And I'm like, what are you saying? Can you hear yourself? I actually asked the person, are you okay? Because I was like, we didn't win. We actually lost big time. I go, we lost on every... Well, we annihilated their Air Force. They really didn't have any. They had like propeller planes. Really? Did you really do anything? They had some jets, but we didn't do anything. Okay, we controlled the air, the skies, the air. Well, no, you didn't, because when you went over into enemy space, you got more than the one that they're actually letting you know about. We had many planes and helicopters shot down. People don't realize that because they don't get their information. They get it from Sean Hannity and
They
Fox
get it from
News.
And Newsmax,
And that's not accurate
and
news.
it's just
That's not the
and
truth.
Daily Wire and all that nonsense. If this is listen,
We controlled the water. The USS Abraham Lincoln went over there, and we annihilated them. No, they took a $20,000 drone and slammed it into the side of the USS Abraham Lincoln, which the Trump administration tried to actually portray. We had a fire in the kitchen, so we had to return the boat to, like, fix the kitchen equipment. No.
this sounds like a lie from the Biden administration.
No, but it's literally what happened, and it's like, no, they put so many drones that only cost $20,000. They flew so many at the aircraft carrier that they showed how you make an aircraft carrier, this multi-billion-dollar like piece of equipment, pretty inept because you can't shoot them all down.
You know,
it's just insane. That's a tangent for
you were wondering if Trump was out of touch with that True Social post. If this isn't confirmation that he's out of touch, when he was on an interview with Laura Ingraham, and when she said, "How do you feel about Americans complaining about things not being affordable and nobody can buy a house and stuff like that?" And he said he gave what I like to call the Joe Biden answer. Oh, I don't believe people are saying that.
I don't believe people are saying that. In fact, what are you talking about? The federal government can't fix daycare. I can't fix it. We're fighting a war here. We can't do Social Security.
Okay, I would just say this right now.
I can't believe.
I'm not going to defend this, but he's never been good on daycare. When he and
He's
Biden
never.
were asked at the debate on how they're both gonna address daycare, and all they talked about was Russia, Ukraine, and more Russia, Ukraine, and the other guy's bad, and then they moved on from daycare. When the CNN people and Jake Tapper and the other lady, I don't know her name, I don't like either of them, but they both asked them, "What are you guys gonna do about like childcare and stuff?" Neither of them answered. They didn't have an answer. Trump has always been bad on daycare. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying he's always been bad on daycare.
His answer now is that, well, we're just going to let the states handle it. He goes, the Medicaid, Social Security, yeah, we'll give them a break on the federal taxes. We'll just let them. We gotta fight a war. And he did the hand motion. We gotta fight a war here. Wait a minute. What? You just gave a 20-second soundbite to every single Democrat that's coming for the midterms, and I can't imagine if you're a presidential candidate from the Democrat Party, which is just as full of crap. I mean, let's not get that mistaken.
There's a
few good Democrats, but they're not near the top. They're people that just try to survive. There actually are good people, Republicans and Democrats, but let's be honest, 96% of Congress together takes a monthly check from AIPAC. That's a lot of people, and that's a lot of money. $7,000 a month? Give me $7,000. I guess I'd be a Zionist too. That's why I'm not a politician. I'd be sitting here telling Nick, oh, dude, we gotta go to war with Iran. Hold on a second. It's another $7,000. Yeah, we got to. We gotta go to war. So, it's just ridiculous.
No, I oppose the war. 7,000. Oh, I support Israel.
What's their patented phrase? The Jewish phrase?
I have no idea. I know about as much.
At a wedding?
I know about as much as the Jewish culture as I do with what's going on with the Ravens. I don't
Mazel
know.
tov. That's what I would say. Nick, we gotta go to Mazel tov. Like you do at a wedding, you crush the glass. Mazel tov. That's what I'd be like, come on, we gotta go. Iran's terrible. It's full of Muslims. We gotta bomb them. So I would just walk off the podcast at that point. I should joke about that because there's a lot of dead Iranian people.
Yeah.
Like the 166 dead little girls. Oh, that we don't know for sure really what happened there. It's another favorite of mine. Dave Smith tells it goes, well, it was the missile that went into the school. We shouldn't even laugh. There's 166 dead little girls in between the ages 6 and 10. That's pretty bad. Yeah, it was verified. It's verified. It's a Tomahawk missile. Well, there's only 2 countries that have that. It was either Israel or, guess what? It was the U.S. It's our fucking missile. How do you not own that? How do you not take responsibility? It's listen, that was unfortunate, but that was our missile. Oh, we don't know where that came from.
I'll end this bit on this sentence.
Yeah.
They're so bad with fact-checking missiles struck by Israel or the U.S. that there was one kid that was reported to have been suffering some physical condition from an IDF missile, and they were so bad on fact-checking, they said, no, that wasn't from, it was basically, I'm paraphrasing, but it's literally like this. No, that's not from a missile from the IDF. That's from a missile from 3 months ago.
Yeah, it's wait
they
a
literally
minute.
fact-checked themselves and said, no, that wasn't our missile from this day. It was our missile.
It's our missile from that day.
You guys, you can't make this up.
No, it's so sick. It's really sad. All right, let's jump into the Melania press conference. Because this, I think, in a future podcast, like next week, and that thereafter, I think it's going to play a real big role. And here's why. She got out in front of
Melania.
Melania had a surprise.
Melania Trump, let's be specific for
Melania Trump. Yeah, I would assume everybody, but yeah, you're right. Melania
You'd be amazed at how many uninformed people watch her. You just never know.
The First Lady, let me be more specific, the First Lady, who I gotta say, when I got a little mesmerized.
Oh, here we go.
She's an attractive woman. She is. Her accent is sexy, the way she talks. And I was sitting there and I literally was like, but I mean that it's, then I came to my senses. I was like, where is this going? I tried to put aside the beauty, and I pulled my pants back up, and I was like, what is going on here?
Fletcher!
Okay, wait a minute. I derailed momentarily. No, okay. That's it. We didn't even get to the episode 2, ladies and gentlemen. I've been incarcerated. This has reached the airwaves, and it's all hell's broken loose. No, her press conference where I'm going to paraphrase so we can get through the episode because it's already been pretty off the rails. But seriously, she says the following things. I've never had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. Why would you host a half an hour press conference out of the blue, like, and state that for the obvious? Like, that was the beginning of the press conference.
Nobody was wondering if she had a relation. It was Trump. Now, granted, they're married and,
her
whatever.
Second statement, I am not Jeffrey Epstein's victim. No one was ever, I haven't heard that ever. Like, I have never heard anybody
There's never been a claim
there has
of
been
her
a
being a
connection
victim.
of her and Epstein, but no one has ever claimed she was an Epstein victim. Why would you say that?
This is the first I'm hearing. I didn't even see this online or anywhere.
And her third statement, these are she made a lot of statements, but these are the ones to me. If I'm playing detective, which I like to do, I'm not good at it.
I did too, when I put two and two together.
I just want to, like, uncover information and see where future...
If you're trying to seek the truth, you kind of have to
act like you have to play
You had to put two
like
and two
Candace says, you have to, in order to get the truth, you have to seek the truth. In order to seek the truth, you have to investigate things. That's why all of these things that have happened over the last year or two that nobody's investigating, Charlie Kirk, all that stuff, it's like, why aren't we investigating? That's the only way to get to the real truth.
Well, Joe Kent literally admitted recently that he wanted to investigate Charlie Kirk's death, and the Trump admin, or was it both? I forget if it was both the Trump admin and the FBI. All I know is one or both of them said, "No, you're not allowed to." Literally was blocked from investigating both. Trump's
Cash said literally that was the directive from
what Cash told.
Cash said you're not allowed
to investigate Trump's assassination attempt.
Correct. That's one.
And the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
Correct. Both of that came from Patel. But anyways, here's I'm gonna drop a bombshell in the middle of the pre-bombshell that I'm about to drop. Yeah. If Joe Kent decides to run, as of right now, the only person that I would vote for more, or I'd be more supportive, is Dave Smith. You know Dave Smith isn't going to run. God help us. I would love it if he made that decision. That's beside the point. He's one of my favorite human beings on planet Earth. But if Joe Kent decides to run, I think he would have enough support where he can make a major cause for.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just putting it out there. Joe, I hope you do something.
Thomas Massey, I hope he runs too.
If it comes down to J.D. Vance, Gavin Newsom, or Joe Kent, guess which one I'm voting for?
Joe Kent.
It's pretty obvious. And I think there's a lot more people that would vote for Joe. They don't want to say it out loud now, but they know the other two are scumbags. So, anyways, I used to think J.D. was like a decent guy. He's proven to be so weak. He's proven to be a total skull. Anyways, I have not had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. I am not Jeffrey Epstein's victim. Third one. No one is asking these questions to her. They're asking her about her book. She had a movie come out. What was that, a few months ago? Melania.
Wasn't that in January? It was in January.
Yeah, that's what people were asking her about, her book released last year. And I believe it was last year. And the movie this year. I was like, no, who was asking these questions? Jeffrey Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump. Okay, well, no one was saying that. Why are you making these public statements? It was really odd, right? So here's the breakdown of information. This is where I love to dig in. Epstein, according to Melania, according to the First Lady, Epstein met her in 2000. Okay. And she met Donald Trump at a party in 1998. That's what Melania said in the press conference. Because there's an email that was uncovered in the Epstein files it's very...
The 1% that was released?
Yes, and there's a very flattering, almost flirtatious, but I don't have the email, and it would take too long to just read it. I mean, we're already probably past due on time. But anyways,
14 minutes.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We'll go to another 20, 25 minutes on this one. There was another it's part of the files where it's a very flattering, if not flirtatious, between Melania and Epstein. Like she emails in it. She said in a press conference that it was in response. It doesn't matter. Like, it was it's very ambiguous. There's a word I love. It's very sketchy. Like the email. So, okay, you got the first lady. You got Melania coming out and saying this. Here's what else was found in the Epstein files. I mean, they released 3 million. I think 99% of them were redacted. And that's only half, according to them, where you and I both know it's probably 1% of the actual Epstein files. But
probably not even.
An assistant told to Epstein, an assistant, I don't have the assistant's name, but told feds under oath that there's a guy named Zapoli. Zapoli is like this major player. He had a modeling agency, and Epstein, I guess, started contact with Melania in it was 1996 and 97. So this is like already messing up her story that she met Epstein in 2000. That's her version, but the actual paperwork kind of like leads you to believe that they somewhere met through this guy named Zapoli. He had a modeling agency, and Epstein and Zapoli, they're both dirty people. I mean, they're disgusting people, but Zapoli showed a photo to Epstein of Melania, and then according to some of the paperwork, you can make 2 and 2, like you just said. You can connect the dots. 2 and 2 equals 4. That Epstein and Melania were in some sort of relationship in 96, 97. Like, so that's, I mean, why would you have this press conference? That's my big thing.
This is the equivalent, Fletcher, and I know this is kind of a reference to one of your stories. This is like, I think you've told this story on the podcast, and if you haven't, I'm not going to get super detailed. You had money stolen from you years ago.
Yeah.
You did. And I'm not going to say what the number
Relatively
is or
recently,
whatever.
yeah. No.
Yeah, but let's say, again, I'm going to make this up. Let's say you had $4,000 that was stolen from you.
Yes.
And whatever. Again, I'm making the number up.
That's a good number.
Yeah. That
sounds about right.
Yeah. Say you had $4,000 stolen from you, and you just say, "Hey, Nick, I need to talk to you." You want to rant that someone stole your money or something like that. I don't know, but you come up to me and say, "I need to talk to you," and I just blur out and say, "I didn't steal your $4,000." How would that make me sound before you brought it up?
100%. That's a great example. 1,000,000%.
How would you react if I told you that, Fletcher?
Why would I would be like, okay, well, yeah, something's going on. I mean, you and I both know how to react. I'd be like, what a dick move. I've been a good friend to you. Why would you stay? I would immediately know that you're guilty. But most people are just going to be like, I don't understand. Why would you say that? I mean, you and I both know, hey, he said it because he did it. It's the same thing. That's what happened. That actually is a real life story. Maybe we'll do that in the future. We'll do an episode on that very thing. We'll just use fake names.
Yeah.
Because it's insane.
And
then the person goes to my family members and is like, I didn't do it. And it's like, what? Why are you going to the family members and saying you didn't do it if you didn't do anything? Like, you never came to me and said,
or this is just like
asked me the question. All I did was ask a question. I said,
or you were about to. No, I said the case. If you were about to, you're like, yeah. Nick, I gotta talk to you, buddy. And I'm like, I didn't steal your $4,000. Like,
correct.
Like, dude,
you used the exact information. All I asked, and then we'll go on a 20-second tangent. All I asked was like, do you know anything about any money? And my response was in a text, I didn't steal your money. Do you know anything about money? Like, how that I asked that vague question on purpose. I didn't say anything about, did you steal my money? I said, do you know anything about money? I didn't steal your money. Okay, now I know you stole the money.
Exactly.
So I didn't have a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. I am not Jeffrey Epstein's victim.
Or just like the other.
No one was asking that. Why are you saying this out loud? There's a reason why. Here, I'll dig down deeper. Trump, they're saying Zipoli, the one that had this, or Zerpoli, I don't know how you pronounce his name. Doesn't matter. It starts with a Z. He had this modeling agency. It's alleged that Trump, the real data, which they redacted on purpose, is that, but I mean, you could put two and two together with what was released, that Trump bought Melania from that modeling agency, meaning he purchased her. Like, so it's really weird. Here's why this is all coming to fruition, because they released the Epstein, they redacted all, they probably thought, hey, we got all this, taken care of. The public really won't be able to decipher. No. A bomb went off last week. This Zerpoli guy, the one that's kind of the linchpin between Epstein, Melania, Trump, he had a girlfriend that he got pregnant. Her name's Amanda Ngaro. Remember that name?
Isn't that the one that he impregnated before getting with Melania or something like that?
He knocked up Amanda Ngaro, yeah, who was...
I remember Brian Shapiro bringing that up on Tim's show.
Definitely, Ngaro was definitely part of like the Epstein operation. So Melania's never been directly tied because they hid her. Because I believe, in my opinion, I don't have fact to prove this yet, but there are facts that lead you down that way, and I think more is going to come out from this Amanda Ngaro. Hopefully, she's in hiding right now because she's actually scared, but she's doing all of her threats to come out with all the information through tweeting, through social media. She threatened Melania, that just happened recently. Now you get a press conference. So this is all, but she had a child with Zerpoli, like you said, like a Timcast. They had already mentioned this. Zerpoli gets her because it went south. They have a kid together, but the relationship went south, and I guess it got nasty. Zerpoli used his government connections to get Ngaro. I don't know what country she's from. I don't know if it's from like Melania, if it's European, or if she's from another country, South America. He got her deported. She got picked up and she's out of the country, and they took her kid from her. Zerpoli now has custody of the kid. So what is the old adage, right? Well, you and I have experienced this in relationships. Hell no fury like a what? Like a woman scorned. Yeah. Like, this chick's pissed. I think she would have been, she's not okay with getting deported out of the U.S. She's definitely not okay. You got your kid taken from you. Like, she's pissed. So she's posting all this stuff. I guess she called in the one, I don't know if it was a tweet, I don't know if it was on Instagram, I don't know what social media platform, but she called Melania a bitch. She goes, bitch. She goes, you're gonna learn. Like, it's serious. Like, she knows everything. And she alludes to the fact that she calls in the tweet, in the social media that she's posting, that she calls Trump a pedophile. She goes, I'm gonna let everybody know that your husband's a pedophile. That's huge stuff. But I mean, Ngaro holds the cards that she can prove, I guess, with information in 96 and 97 that Melania was with Epstein, and then Epstein, through Zerpoli, sold Melania to Donald. She can prove that. That all happens. Remember, in her press conference, going back to the beginning, we're going to go back to the beginning of the mention of the First Lady's press conference. What did she say? Epstein, I met Epstein in 2000. I met Donald in 1998. That's Melania's version. Amanda Ngaro is like, that's not accurate. You know what happened. And you didn't say anything while this piece of crap, meaning Zerpoli, took my baby from me and got me deported. Okay, paybacks. What's the old another adage? Paybacks a what?
A bitch.
It's a bitch in this case. So and in 1990 Epstein, and this is another like little fun fact that came out in the Epstein files. 96, 97, Melania is definitely communicating, and definitely some people say there are some like very ambiguous racy exchanges between the first lady and Jeffrey Epstein. That's beside the point. But 96, 97, I met Donald in 1998. No, like you met him previous to that, but Donald started what in 1998? Started his own modeling agency with the guidance from Zerpoli, and that's when he purchased Melania. That's my own opinion. He bought the first lady. All of that could come out if they don't locate Amanda Ungaro. If I was Amanda Ungaro, I'd be the most terrified human being on the planet. Like, because she is just, and she even says in the one tweet, she goes, I'll burn it all down. I don't care. You took my baby from me. Like, I mean, she's like really a woman on a mission. So that's where I'll leave that. I just think over the coming weeks, that was one of the most bizarre things with Melania Trump having a out of nowhere press conference.
I did not expect this kind of testimony.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, but I mean, all of this, you take a woman's kid, you get her ass deported, and you do that out of spite, meaning the Zerpoli guy did that just to like say, F you, I'm more powerful than you. Well, you better be careful. Because I guess she has all this information and she's ready to unleash it. Like, meaning she has text exchanges, she has emails between Melania and Epstein in 1996, 97. And it's all going to prove that that's why she's trying to, meaning Melania, oh, I met Jeffrey Epstein in 2000 after I met my husband, Donald Trump, at a party in 1998. I don't think that's true. I mean, and you used the perfect example. All I said was, hey, do you know anything about money? About, like, some money? It's my direct quote. I didn't steal your money. Who said anything about steal? I didn't say anything about steal. It was literally like one of the funniest things, but tragic at the same time. It was like, if he would have said nothing, it would have been better, but he just didn't. And you're like, Fletcher, I didn't steal your $4,000. How do you know $4,000 is missing? Why would you say I didn't steal it? Why would you say I met Jeffrey Epstein in 2000 and I met Donald Trump in 98? Are you trying to get ahead of a story that's going to come out so you can just, meaning you, Melania, you, Donald, the administration, can just say, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. No, it isn't.
Yeah.
This is what's in the Epstein files
saying
that
it's
you released.
Saying that it's a conspiracy theory, it's just like during the Biden times when they said that if you said that COVID came from a lab, you were called a conspiracy theorist. And guess what? I learned this recently. Shout out to you, Rachel Wilson, for this information. I actually want to buy her book, Occult Feminism. And she said that maybe it's not her, but I want to say it was her. I don't know. Somebody came out with a resource saying that the term conspiracy theory was a term coined by the CIA to disprove anyone that was trying to blow the whistle on the operations that they were whatever the word is, they were doing. The operations that they were condemning, whatever the frick. I'm losing my.
I know. It's information.
But that was a term they used to invalidate any whistleblower.
100%.
And it's no different in the Biden times when they said, "Oh, you said COVID came from a lab. You say masks don't work. You're a conspiracy theorist." Now you're saying, "Oh, there's a chance that." Melania was sold to Trump and Epstein. You're a conspiracy theorist. You guys sound like the same epic person.
It's the same thing. It's dismissal. It's to like quiet people it's to discredit because they don't want the real truth coming out. There really is a problem. I never thought I would say this. There really is a problem with the elites. I always thought it was a crazy assumption by people like an Alex Jones or something that there's pedophilia, child molesting, all this. That's a real thing.
It is.
That's a real problem that is in our country. It's all over the globe, but I didn't know to the gravity. It's in the ruling class is into some real weird shit, and it's sick. To me, it's disgusting.
Horribly sick, man.
So, I'll give a quick shout out to. There's a little Filipina that was gonna watch this. Her name's Mary Lou. She's delightful. I promised her I would mention her on the podcast, and just for the record, I do want to have intercourse with you, Mary Lou. So hopefully that could happen sometime in 2026.
That's it!
I had to do it, ladies and gentlemen. I had to do it. We'll see you next week. We're going to have some cool stuff about Trump, Melania, and whatever else the hell happens in the coming days. So thanks for watching, and hit us up online.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. It was great to talk to you.
Yeah.
Sorry for the inconsistent uploads.
That's all right. That's not going to happen again. We're back, baby.
Yeah, we're back. Or at least until whatever the next one is.
Or at least until I get arrested, and at least until Nick doesn't come and bail me out. So, yeah. So
all right, guys. We will see you in the next one.